In today's video, I will be reflecting upon 17th verse from Samkhya Karika. This verse deliberates upon multiplicity of Purusha or the self. This is such a topic that across Indian philosophical system there has been a long debate. So at the end of the discussion, I shall touch upon the debate a little bit. Now let's begin the Karika. Let me recite it. The Karika goes as Janama Marana Karananam Pratiniyamat Ayugapat Prabritescha Purusha Bahutam Siddhyam Traigunya Viparyayat Chaiva. So this argument consists of this Karika consists of several proofs for the establishment of multiplicity of Purusha. The first argument goes as Janama Marana Karananam. As usual, we shall be understanding the Karika word by word. Because of the individual allotment of birth, Janama, Marana, death, and Karananam. Karana refers to instrument for action and perception. So, like body is the instrument for action. Like the 5 organs of action, 5 senses are the instrument. So, there is individual allotment of birth, death, and instrument. If there were only one spirit dwelling across all the bodies, then when one would born, other would also born. When one dies, other would also die. When one becomes out of mind, others would also become so. But is this the case? No, from our common perception, it is not the case. It is absurd. So, in order to negate the absurdity, we have to admit that there is multiplicity of self. That each living entity has soul, individual self. And the second argument goes as Ayugapath Prabritescha. Ayugapath Prabritescha. Non-simultaneity of action. What does it mean? If there were only one self across all the bodies, then when one becomes active, other would also become so. But is it the case? No. When one body, spirit in one body becomes active, other may also be on rest. So this is not the case. This is negated by our ordinary experience. That is why we need to admit that there must be multiplicity of spirit. Each spirit is dwelling in each body of living entities. Now the third argument, Traigunya Viparjayat Chaiva. Traigunya, the 3 gunas, is referring to the 3 gunas. Viparjayat Chaiva. Viparjayat here refers to differentiation. So the argument intends to convey that there is diverse modifications of 3 gunas. To be more concrete, that each person's body excels in different gunas, like ascetics, saints, sages, their body abounds in sattva guna. So sattva guna, in the case of their body, preponderate over the constitution of the composition of the rest of the gunas. So some people's body abound in Rajaguna, some others body may abound in Tamaguna. Due to the diverse modification of the three gunas, there is differentiation in composition in terms of different bodies. So this is the third argument which is the proof for the multiplicity of Purusha. So on the basis of these arguments, Samkhya Karika proves that there are multiplicity of Purusha. Now, since there is a debate across Indian philosophical systems regarding self, the nature of self, the existence of self, and the multiplicity of self. So let's begin with Charvaka system. Charvaka is the heterodox Indian philosophical system, and Charvaka system do not admit self beyond the conscious body. According to them, self is just the epiphenomenon of four elements: earth, water, fire and air. When these combine together in a certain proportion, this produces consciousness as a byproduct. So this is the standpoint of Charvaka philosophy. They do not admit soul as unchanging permanent substance. Now the Buddhism, according to them, soul is the combination of 5 skandhas, 5 aggregates: Rup skandha, Vedana skandha, Sankhya skandha, Sanskara skandha and conscious, Vijnana skandha. Rup skandha refers to the form, the physical form, that is the physical body. So Rup skandha is the physical body, and Rup skandha, Vedana skandha refers to the raw sensory impressions of pleasure, pain as a response to a stimuli. Alright, now Sankhya skandha refers to perception, the mental faculty of recognizing and categorizing sensory input. And then comes Sanskara skandha. Sanskara skandha encompasses thoughts, feelings, volition, emotion, all sorts of things, which actually shapes human experience and human behavior. Then comes consciousness or Vijnana skandha. Vijnana skandha is the underlying cause for, or the awareness for the experience and all these 5 skandhas. So this is the position, standpoint, Buddhist standpoint towards soul, the existence of soul. They do not admit unchanging permanent substance like soul. According to them, soul is just the combination of 5 skandhas. And Jainism is another heterodox system of Indian philosophy. They admit multiplicity of Purusha, pluralism in terms of soul. So each living being possesses an individual soul, and each soul is different from rest of the soul on account of their karma. And now moving to the Indian orthodox Indian philosophical systems, if we see Nyaya system do admit plurality of soul. Vaisheshika too, they acknowledge the multiplicity of soul. For them, Vishesha, the particularity, it's technically they call Vishesha. Particularity is such a thing that distinguishes one soul from another soul. Okay. And now we have covered Nyaya, Vaisheshika and Sankhya. we have elaborated in this video. Sankhya Yoga are the both parallel systems. And now Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta, there is a bit tricky concept in Advaita Vedanta. So soul, according to them, there is only one reality. Ekam eva aditiyam. They believe in oneness, monism. So whatever appears is just mithya. Mithya means appearance, neither real nor unreal, nor both real or unreal, just indescribable. So for them, there is only one soul, that is called Brahman, and one soul appears as multiform because of several antakaranas. So their position is simply, in essence, one Brahman, one reality without the second, one reality, that is Brahman, appears as multiform on account of its reflection on different antakaranas. So this is the standpoint of Advaita Vedanta. But the Vishishta Advaita Vada, from Ramanuja's philosophy, if we see, they do admit atomicity, multiplicity or atomicity of self, individuality of self. So this is an overview concerning the nature of soul from Indian philosophical perspective. Now let me wind up here.